Hey guys, it's beautyriotx, and today we are talking about my current favorites and fails. I've decided not to do these monthly. I just do them when I have kind of new things to tell you about. Like, I don't want to do a favorites every month and it be always the same thing, or half of the things are the same from the month before. Alright, so we'll get the kind of boring stuff out of the way. And this is my skincare favorites. This is the Stratia, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's the liquid gold with ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. This is a fantastic. This is a fantastic moisturizer. You can put it either like just as your moisturizer, or if you're very dry, you could use it before you put your main moisturizer on. It's very hydrating, it's very soothing, especially when like it's getting colder out and your skin's getting drier, or mine at least. Really great product, and it lasts a long time. All right, the next is a moisturizer by TonyMoly. This is the Aloe Soothing Lotion. This is kind of reminiscent of, it's not as hydrating as my Herborian ginseng milk, but it's close. It's like a lighter version of that. I think this is awesome. It's great if you have like breakouts. It's not too heavy, but it's moisturizing enough, like it's soothing. Exactly what it says. It's a very, very nice lotion. All right, the next are two powders, and these are really fun ideas. This is the Apu Vitamin Talk Powder, and this is the Alive Lab Centella Powder. This one is for blemishes. You can actually just put this on a blemish on its own, or you could use it how I use it, and you could actually add this to anything, a lotion, a serum, whatever, and then apply it to your skin. You use the tiniest amount. This lasts forever. Really, really great product. If you have breakouts, it's not too harsh on your skin. Very nice. And this is the vitamin powder, and it's the same idea. It's not for breakouts though. And it's like a brightening powder. So again, you can add this to, you know, lotions, serums, whatever you're putting on your skin that day. Really nice. I use it at night before I go to bed. Great product. All right, and now onto the makeup. First is the lipstick that I'm wearing right now. This is by ColourPop. It's the Lux Lipstick, and it's in the color Hello Stranger. It's just this beautiful wine color. So nice for the fall and winter. All right, the next is the highlighter that I'm wearing today, and I'm sure I've mentioned this in the past, but this is weird because I didn't like it at first, and then after trying it a few more times, I like fell in love with it. This is the Nars Albatross highlighter. This is the perfect light gold shade, or like white gold, I'm sorry. You can build it up. The first time I used it, I was like, it's kind of subtle, but gorgeous. Perfect for building up, finely milled, it's lovely. The next is a blush I've been loving. This is from Note Cosmetics. I feel like they had this brand at Ulta for like a minute, and then it was gone. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is their Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. We got this in BoxyCharm. You have to be so careful with this because this is really, really pigmented. It's beautiful and matte, it's silky, it blends amazing. I'm wearing it today. It just gives you that beautiful flush of like healthy color. Next was a gift from my wonderful friend Lily, who lives in Paris. This is from KIKO Milano, and this is the Long Lasting Wet Dry Eyeshadow in number 213. I mean, how gorgeous is not only just the color, but like whatever they use to shape this fucking thing. It's beautiful. I haven't used it wet yet, but even dry, it's like magic. Thank you, Lily. All right, the next is an eyeshadow primer. I've been using this a lot lately. Normally I'm like obsessed with the Essence I Love Color eyeshadow base, but mine has either gone bad, or I don't know what's going on with it, but it's not working that well anymore. So I started using the Milani eyeshadow primer again. I love this. I forgot how good this was. It has like that kind of light silicone base, not crazy oily or anything, but it's just an amazingly beautiful, very affordable eyeshadow primer. All right, I've talked about these three brow products in the last few months, so this shouldn't be a surprise. The first is the Benefit Brow Contour Pro. I got this from Influencer to try because I would have never spent 34 bucks on a brow product myself. I love the idea of these. My only problem is that you can't sharpen it. And once it's up, like the tip. Once it's up, like there's no putting it back down. So that's my only issue about it. Ew, bless me. This is fantastic. I was really surprised that I actually liked it as much as I did. Will I repurchase it when it's gone? Probably not, but I really enjoy using it while I have it. The next two brow products are something I used for the first time in a recent video. These are the Maybelline Brow Temptation Brow Definers. I have the colors, I have blonde and medium brown. I've been using these like crazy. I think they're amazing, they're really affordable. I use the lighter colors kind of on the inside of my brow and then the dark as I kind of go out. They're awesome, I highly recommend them. They're not too pigmented, like you can work and build them up, and I like that. They're foolproof. If you aren't a brow person, you'll love these because they make it like easy as pie. All right, the next is a Another lip product. This is from NUDESTIX. It's one of my favorite lip color brands ever. This is the color Boho. This is a beautiful kind of fall shade. It's like a deep nude, kind of deep warm nude shade. It's beautiful. It's one of their matte shades. It dries really nice. It doesn't feel like there's heavy like crap on your lips. Highly recommend. The next was a really fun find. This I got from Marshall's like a week ago, and it's the 305 eyeshadow brush. It's one of the long kind of thin ones to the side. This is what I've been going for to do like that very first light eyeshadow shade, like the first transition color you put on. At the very top, it just blends beautifully. Like, I'm so glad that I grabbed it. I think it was like $3 too. Real Techniques is affordable, but if you find it at Marshall's, it's like half the price of the already affordable price that it is. All right, the next are a handful of palettes that I've really been enjoying lately. The first is from Profusion, and this is their Siennas palette. I feel like I mentioned this in the past too. This is the perfect red warm palette. Every color is amazing. There isn't any color that's like not pigmented or not creamy. I don't know how they do it. This was $10 at whatchamacallit, Target. All right, the next is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I wasn't going to get this. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't need this palette. I have all these colors already. This is probably Urban Decay's best palette ever, ever. That includes all the Naked palettes. Every color in here is fantastic. Well, I used this today for my eyeshadow. I can't say enough good things about this palette. And my final palette that, again, I didn't want to like this. In fact, I wanted to hate it. I wanted to be like, fuck you, NYX. Well, you know what? Fuck me. Because this palette is fantastic. I've been raving about it in numerous videos. I won't go too much into it. If you were debating whether to get this, debate no further. You need this. I was annoyed with NYX because they always come out with these little palettes and they're like 20, 25 bucks. But this is a 40 shade palette and it was 35 bucks. I used a 20% off coupon at Ulta and it was like $27. Even if it was 35, it would have been worth it. This is a fantastic palette. I've been using it constantly. I highly recommend it. And now everybody's favorite part, the fails. What sucked? Okay, I have a bunch of palettes and 2 brushes that I want to talk about. The first palette is the Laura Lee Party Animal palette. We got this in our BoxyCharm box recently. The only color that's any good is the orange. Every other color out of here is patchy and streaky as shit. I wanted to love this hungover purple shade. It's the crumbliest. It's like colored dirt. Nope. The next is another palette we got in our BoxyCharm. This is from Crown Brush. I don't know what the name of this is, but it's like a warm shadow palette. Really bad quality. I'm really sad to say. The only color that I actually ended up liking out of here was this kind of rose gold metallic shade. Really pretty. But that's the only shade that was particularly nice. All right, the next are the Jaclyn Hill palettes. I have the Ardent and Gorgeous and Dark Magic palette. There's more bad quality shadows in here than they're good ones. The best ones I can say is Coin right here, Guilt Trip right here, and this green shade, and that's even pushing it. The rest are, I'm very sad to say, very bad. The next 2 palettes I don't actually have because I returned them because they were pricey and I wasn't about to just keep them for a video. So I will insert pictures of each while I'm talking about them. The first one is the Kat Von D Fetish eyeshadow palette. I was so sad about this. I love Kat Von D products. I think they're amazing. I was so excited to use this because I was like, I'm not a huge cool shadow fan like I'd said earlier, but this palette, like, I wanted it to change my mind. It didn't. All of the neutral to cool matte shades were just bad. The quality was so unlike the rest of her palettes. I was so disappointed. So because of the price of the palette, I just couldn't justify keeping it for, you know, the 3 or 4 warm shades that were nice. So I ended up returning it. The next is by Morphe, and it's the 35M, I believe, Boss Mood palette. This palette, upon first glancing at it, is spectacular. I was so excited. I actually got it at the same time that I got my NYX Swear By It palette. I was like, why did I get both of these? They're so similar. Oh no. I have a rant to go on for just a second with Morphe. Not that they're watching, but I would need an explanation, okay? This Dare to Create palette, which was like the first palette since their like rebranding kind of relaunch kind of thing, is amazing. There is nothing at all bad about this palette. It's sensational. It's worth every penny. The formula There's no color in here that isn't good. There's no formula of any color in here that isn't good. Jaclyn Hill's OG shadow palette, the first one she came out with, the big one, incredible. Formula, colors, everything is incredible about those two palettes. Why is there so much inconsistency with this brand? I don't understand. They're a multi-million-dollar brand. I mean, they are not this small, tiny company anymore. They have enough money to make every palette amazing. I've never seen a company with such inconsistencies in their products. It blows my mind. So the Boss Mood, horrible. The only part of that palette that was okay was the little brown warm section at the top right corner. That was it. That did not justify me keeping it for $25 because that little corner of brown shades I have in about 50 other palettes. I'm just dying to know. Same thing with these. Why are they so bad? Like, what are you guys doing or not doing? Why can't they be the same formulas as the Dare to Create and Jaclyn's original palette? This irritates me to death. And you know what? Thank God for Ulta, because there you can just take this shit back and they just take it, no questions asked. You get your money back, you're good. But with Morphe, I don't understand. And it makes me not want to buy their stuff because you never know what you're going to get. Okay, my next is a Morphe brush. I don't have a problem with Morphe necessarily. I normally love their stuff. So this is the M438 brush. This was a huge brush. I think Manny made this big, Jaclyn made this big. Who else is a big, like, oh, I think Kathleen made this big. This is not the same brush as this is advertised for. This is a horrible excuse for this brush. So again, they changed it somehow. I don't know how, but they did. This is not the brush that it's supposed to be. People love this for like packing under the eye. It's not the same brush that that big YouTubers show on their channels. It's not the same. The last brush is by BH Cosmetics. I talked about this in like a recent video. I don't even know what it was for, but this is the BH Cosmetics number 4. So I got it from Ulta and it was very cheap. It was like $5 or $6. So this is how they show you. So I'm thinking it's like a fluffy, like, brush like this. Oh no. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I got this one and a smaller one. The smaller one I use to kind of use under my eyes, but you can do nothing more than use this as a liner brush. I tried it like packing, like this does nothing. This does nothing important. Like the only thing I can think to use it for is lining, but who the hell would use this as a liner brush? I don't know, but it's a fail. It's a huge fail for me. And that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you please stay tuned, keep your notifications on because YouTube loves to screw me and not show my shit to my subscribers. So make sure you keep the notification bell on because my big end of the year giveaway is, I'm announcing it at the end of the month, the video will be up and you'll be able to enter to win some pretty exciting stuff. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys later. Bye.